My husband has an uncontrollable urge, and it bothered everyone around us. It started at the grocery store. A woman told her friend that dolphins were fish. My husband walked up to them and said, "Actually, dolphins are mammals." The woman looked annoyed. I thought he was just being a know-it-all. Then it happened at restaurants. He'd interrupt nearby tables to correct their conversations. At my friend Whitney's birthday dinner, someone said the Eiffel Tower was in London. My husband stood up, walked to their table and said, "It's in Paris." Whitney pulled me aside later and asked if he was okay. I made an excuse about work stress. At the movies, he corrected plot holes out loud. People shushed him. He whisper-yelled back explanations. We got kicked out when he wouldn't stop explaining why the physics in an action scene were impossible. I stopped going to movies with him. My sister invited us for dinner. My uncle told a story about the 80s and mentioned Reagan being president in 1975. My husband cut him off mid-sentence. Reagan wasn't president until 1981. My uncle stopped talking. Everyone stared at their plates. My sister texted me that night asking if everything was all right. I said yes. I confronted him. He said he couldn't help it. I hear something wrong and my brain won't let it go. His hands shook. He looked miserable. I felt guilty for being angry. I researched compulsive behaviors and suggested therapy. He agreed immediately. 3 months of therapy changed nothing. He started correcting the therapist. I sat in the waiting room hearing him say, "Actually," through the door. Friends stopped inviting us places. My mom suddenly became busy every time I suggested visiting. My coworker's wedding was the breaking point. During the ceremony, the officiant said the couple had been together 5 years. My husband said, 4 years, loud enough that the bride turned around. I grabbed my purse and left before the ceremony ended. My coworker stopped speaking to me at work. I told him I was done unless he stopped. He cried, real tears running down his face. He promised he'd try harder. I wanted to believe him. For 2 weeks, he bit his lip whenever he started to correct someone. I watched him do it at the gas station. I thought we'd finally made progress. Then his phone buzzed while charging on the dresser. The notification said, "How's operation going? She isolated yet?" It was from his brother. I unlocked his phone with the passcode we'd always shared. There was a group chat with his brother and dad. They called it The Plan. I scrolled through months of messages. After the movie theater, he'd texted, "Got us banned from Cinemark. She's pissed, but won't leave over it." After the wedding, "This one was perfect. She'll lose that work friend now." His brother said he'd done the same thing to his ex-girlfriend to keep her dependent on him. His dad said he'd isolated his own wife the same way and she never had anywhere to go. The messages went back before our wedding. His dad had suggested the whole thing. There were coaching messages about how to fake being upset when I confronted him. Instructions on making his hands shake. Tips on which situations would embarrass me the most. I took screenshots and texted them to myself. I deleted the evidence that I'd sent them. I called my sister from my car during lunch the next day. She picked me up from work with a suitcase already packed. He called 50 times that week, left voicemails saying I was paranoid and overreacting. I didn't answer any of them. When I met him to get my stuff, he said the texts were just jokes between guys. But I had screenshots where he described incidents before they happened, where his dad coached him on how to make me feel guilty, where they celebrated each friend I lost. My lawyer saw the texts. My husband claimed I'd faked them somehow. Then his brother confirmed everything was real during questioning. He thought he was helping. He made it worse. The divorce finalized 4 months later. I'm in my own apartment now.